I was told by so many people to do a Fuktard update about his new video, which is every dog is motivated by food. And it's difficult for me to even, and a lot of people say the same thing, to even 5 seconds of the guy. His voice, his mannerisms, you know, brags about taking Adderall and shit on Twitter. Gee, you think we didn't know that you were taking some kind of stimulant? It's pretty obvious. So every dog is motivated by food. He says, I made it through 35 seconds, and actually not even a whole 35 seconds, but he's saying that if a dog isn't motivated by food, it's essentially dead. No, idiot. You have very little experience around dogs. The only experience that you have with dogs are your own, okay? That's it. You don't know that some dogs are not motivated by food at all. Not at all. It doesn't matter what you give them, they don't want to eat. Okay? That's how it is. They're motivated by other things. You can't get this through your head, can you, idiot? It's a fact. And if you talk to other dog trainers, they would tell you the same thing. Not all dogs are motivated by food, and that doesn't mean that they're dead, idiot. Okay? It doesn't. It has nothing to do with it. You are a fucking idiot, seriously. And everybody's talking about, you know, you brag about Adderall, and everybody's been saying since you've been announced that you were a dog trainer, which was a little bit over a year ago, you know, everybody's been saying, man, the guy looks like he's on speed. They've been talking about meth, all kinds of shit, and you're bragging about taking Adderall. You should consult with your physician if you even have a script for it, dude, seriously, because it seems like you're taking way too much, you know? And you don't know anything about dogs. You were a dog walker before you said that you were a dog trainer, and you don't have any experience with dogs. You think that doesn't count, experience? Yes, it counts a great deal. You want to work with dogs with serious issues, but you don't have any experience working with dogs with serious issues. Who's going to let you experiment with their fucking dog with an issue? You know? Just the sheer fact that you think that all dogs are motivated by food, or they're not a dog or dead or whatever, proves you are so incompetent. You are so incompetent. It wouldn't matter bringing in a hot dog or whatever. It won't matter to these dogs. You can't give them anything higher value because they don't really care. They're going to eat once a day. I've known dogs that eat once every day and a half. That's just how it is. You understand the wolf, idiot? The wolf might go for up to 2 weeks without eating. Most dogs are opportunists, and they'll eat as much as they can as fast as they can. But the dog's hardwired to go for long periods of time without food, and some of our domestic dogs, they don't really give a shit about it until they start getting hungry. And it might be a day or so. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's so many high-drive dogs that are not motivated by food. You talk to people with Malinois and German Shepherds. I've known some hunting dogs, some wire-haired German pointers actually they don't care about food at all. You don't know anything about dogs. You don't know anything about dog training. Why? Because you're not a dog trainer. You're a fucktard that takes speed. God, I hope that you have a prescription for this and you're under the care of a physician. You know, seriously. There's nothing wrong with going to a psychiatrist. There's not. I'm all for it, especially with some people. You know, keep going to your doctor. Check out the level of your meds, dude. Nobody thinks you're acting right. Nobody thinks you have been acting right ever. Okay? You look weird. You look off. By the way, Fuktard, one more thing. You know the only reason why anybody really watches you is because you do come off like a speed freak. You know? Everybody thinks you're going to blow a gasket. That's what everybody thinks. Everybody just wants to see the meltdown, and that's it. You want to be a dog trainer, or do you want to be a spectacle? That's the question I ask you. Which do you want to be? Or do you just not care? You just want, you know, you're one of these people that's just like, oh, look at me, you know? Yeah, we're looking. We're looking all right. It's scary, dude.